And we live Monday, off the track Monday.
Right.
I
I
think
think so.
I had to reboot my computer.
Yeah.
Never fails when you go live.
I
She
had to reboot the trains.
goes for a funk. Kerplunk, kerplunk.
You're fun.
That's the way she goes. The way of the road, Ricky. Way of the road.
We're running trains.
Oh, well, I wish I was running trains. Busy week last week. This is
Yeah.
first time I've been down here since our live on last Monday.
Yeah. I'm down here all weekend, I think.
Nice, nice.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, I spent half a day, I spent a few hours at Sparky's on Sunday.
Nice. I was hoping to, but
Yeah.
that buddy were got involved there. So
Yeah.
who got the cookie there? We got Brian Ferguson.
I think Brian's friend got the cookie.
Okay, Brian. Then you had John Garvin. How you
John
doing?
Garver was there, and someone got the crumbs.
Looks like GRE 2057.
That's right. Yes, he got the crumbs.
Okay, then you had Wigwag.
I wanted the chocolate bar.
You had Wigwag at 414. You got to get up at 2 a.m. Ooh, Wigwag, that sucks.
I'll think about sleeping.
Yeah, I was up at 5, but that's my normal routine, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But I was getting home
Andy
last
is
week
there.
at like 7, 6, I don't know, late. Then you had Todd Armstrong in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Then we go down. Then you had Ronald Rondu. Comment ça va? Ça va bien. Then let me see. You had Sparky C at 6:58. Okay, Sparky 107, 107.
He was ready to get rolling. He was ready to go.
And then this guy says he got the cookie. Mike H.O.
Yeah.
He got the cookie or Brian Ferguson?
Brian Fern got the cookie.
Okay, so Mike got crumbs too.
Oh, thanks, Sparky. I appreciate it.
Then you had Curly Tuna Can.
And so in the chat, at the bottom of the pile, at the beginning is Sparky 107, 107.
Real artist.
Then we have Brian Ferguson, Mike
Ever.
H.O. Trains, Floyd Robbins, Mr. Ronald Rondu,
Boxcar Jerry.
Pilot Andy from across the pond, Mike.
Real artist, Mike.
And I think I saw Deep Run Mike or not.
No, real artist.
And there's Mr. M&M Rails.
Then you have Roger Coleman.
Mr. Roger Coleman, welcome.
Howdy.
Real artist, got here.
And good day, bottle wearers. Sparky 107, 107.
Yeah.
Floyd.
We have Trackside Mike in the chat.
Then you got Chris, CP Whiskey Creek.
Is he in here? Oh, hi, Chris.
Then you got this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Then you got this guy, M&M Rails.
Yeah, Mr. Mark.
I think we almost caught up.
I think so. So I am running the black, as we're calling it now, the Black Knight. And so you know, the
Nice.
Black Knight is pulling a train that was created by Nathan. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see that.
Okay. Mom and son, Tammy and Ray, how you doing? Anthony Borden. Oh, nice. Got the figures painted and shipped back to Ray. That's
Just trying
awesome.
to get some car going and get the GO train running.
Go.
Oh, I'm running a GO too.
Where are you going?
China.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Needs a bit of power to go up my incline, so it's struggling.
Oh, what happened there? Robin Gagnon, how you doing? Comment ça va?
It's Robin. So
Ben Ray popped in. Around the layout.
Hey, Mr. Ray. I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah, I was hoping to wear a shirt, but I wore most of mine through the week, and
The laundry
well,
garden.
I wasn't home on the weekend, so no
Yeah.
laundry got done. I guess.
No, you're busy playing in the working world.
Yeah. Dan Wesley, how you doing? Tee, 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 tee. Oh,
Anthony Gordon.
you know this hoser? Go over here, go home.
Okay, Chris. You ain't supposed to be at urgent care, but that's okay. As long as you're okay.
Yeah, everybody's okay. That's what we like to hear. Okay, and everybody's saying hi to each other. I think you're caught up.
Yeah, I think so.
29 in the chat. I see 8 thumbs up
Oh,
over
that's not
here.
good, Chris.
Let's refresh that YouTube page. And what do you got now?
There's Chris will be a go home.
Oh boy, I don't know what's going on this computer. Probably because I downloaded some software to edit.
Yeah.
I'm going to delete it. It is a pain in the butt. Because it's made my computer slow now.
So, yeah.
Yes,
So
he is. Yes, he is.
we on the weekend we had a layout tour in our area,
Nice.
and Mr. Sparky hosted our good friend Nathan DeLay for a few days.
Yeah, hopefully Nathan had a good time. I was hoping to see him, but
Yeah, I think he had a riot.
Got busy at work.
Yeah. So we were at Sparky's in the afternoon, and someone asked somebody to hit the big switch, and the big switch got hit, and that killed everything.
Hit the switch.
Yeah, the big switch.
What big switch?
Power to the shed.
Oh, Mother Hydro said shut her down.
Oh, thanks, Deep Run. Not getting me closer to 1,000. I'm 4 away from 1,000 subscribers. So Sparky lost all the power to the shed.
Uh-oh.
So that killed his stream, cameras, everything. Hey, Tammy Ray, welcome. So I brought Nathan with me to my house, and we ran train here, and we went live for a couple hours for so everybody can talk to Nathan.
So Sean shut the power off, he says.
Yeah, Sean did.
Great Lakes Rail Division, how you doing?
So that was the adventure, and then me and I ordered pizza, and me and Nathan had a pizza and some Coke.
Nice.
And then Mr. Sparky came and picked him up. He was on the bus or on the car get the train in Aldershot. So I think he said he has to go to. He's going to New York City somewhere for the changeover trains.
Nice.
I'm not sure exactly the itinerary, but that's where we might be going.
Nice. PK and W Bob, how you doing?
But I'm gonna turn this camera around to the trains, because this is what Nathan created, this train.
Okay.
This is his handiwork. We still can chat while you watch it.
Sure. Ray says you just hit 1,000.
I did?
That's what he's saying.
Oh, cool. So
24-hour trip home. Ooh, by train. That's a long train ride there.
Yeah.
Sparky.
Hey, Brad.
Brad, awesome. How's it going? And Deep Run Railroad Mike, how are you tonight? I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
I'll check your YouTube channel on my phone.
So,
visit his channel.
Yeah.
It says 1K. You just hit 1K.
Oh, fantastic. I have a new hat too.
And a new bucket hat.
A new bucket hat.
Very
That's
nice.
right, Chris. Oh, now the Black Knight is going to come in the camera view, and everything after the Black Knight was assembled by our good friend Nathan DeLay.
Nice.
This is all his work.
Well, you know how YouTube goes. You got to keep them for a week because
Oh, I know, yeah.
you gain them, you lose them.
So this is every caboose that I have running right now. I have a few more that need some tweaking here and there.
Oops.
So that's right now. There's 17 cabooses on the track.
A few cabooses on the track.
17.
Nice, Mom and Son.
Yeah. That's right. He's smart kid. He was quite impressed with everything. I tell you, he had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he had a good time. It looked like he had a good time from
Yeah.
a bunch of videos I watched. So
So I got a new hat, and I'll switch like I'll get it ready. I got a brand new hat,
brand new hat.
brand new bucket hat.
Very nice.
Thanks to my friend Todd.
Todd Armstrong.
Yeah,
Attaboy, Todd.
there you go.
The
The Go hat.
The Go hat.
Yeah.
You get that right from the Go train
It's in
station?
Union Station. Yeah.
Okay.
It's reversible too.
What's it got in the inside? Go trains?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Cool.
Have to
Yeah.
get one of those to,
But yeah, I think it was a good week, and I had my layout tour on Saturday, and I was live for 5 hours. I
Nice.
had 17 people come visit the layout, and we added another layout up in the mountain, and he had 19 visitors on his layout, which was a bonus.
Cool.
The last count, as of this morning at 10 o'clock, they had raised $1,700 of a $2,000 goal for the Brantford Children's Breakfast Program.
That's awesome.
So they were quite pleased with that.
Yeah.
On that end of it. So
What was their goal?
one guy had $2,000 worth of gold.
Okay.
And one guy came all the way from Grimsby just to see my lift out gate.
Oh, wow. How do you pronounce Etobicoke? That's how you
Etobicoke,
pronounce
yeah.
it. Etobicoke.
Yeah.
Like it sounds.
Etobicoke.
Etobicoke.
Yeah, I like that hat, PK. And I bought 2 T-shirts, one for Todd,
Nice.
and I bought one for Sparky. Well, we gave the Sparky T-shirt to Nathan. He wore it most of the afternoon.
Cool.
He was quite pleased with that.
So he was taking the Maple Leaf train? Is that the train he was taking?
Yes.
The Amtrak from Toronto to New York?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct.
That'd be a cool train to take.
So,
Chris May, how you doing?
hey, Chris, welcome. So I think it was a good weekend. We ran trains all weekend. So between my layout tour, Sparky's place on Sunday with Nathan, and when I got back, Nathan was running train. He brought his trains with him. He had them on my layout. I think you might see a video. Nathan was filming down here yesterday, so you might check out his channel. But once he gets home, he'll probably post it.
Yeah. Wonder how long he will
Oh, I don't know.
run the train.
Well, I thought Nathan was going to start to do a caboose challenge to Sparky.
So the power's back on in the shed?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Cameras are charging. Double
Nice.
headers next Saturday.
Doubleheader Saturday. I'm heading down there next Saturday.
Operation Conrail.
I figured by Thursday this week, it should slow down.
Mm-hmm. and it's a busy weekend because I'm hoping to go to Repeal Trains on Friday.
Yeah.
For there, and I'm Sunday. We not sure exactly, but I'm hooking up with Sparky Sunday.
Okay. Anthony Dodge, how you doing?
Yeah,
Oh, Sean shut it off for 15 seconds.
15 seconds, just enough to kill the stream. See that? That's all it was.
Yeah, I seen that, Chris.
Yes.
They
Did you
announced
order one, Chris? That's the big question. Is
they announced the F40s and the LRC in N scale.
mm-hmm.
We
Now
need some
I
of
only my last
LRCs.
count. I have 23 Repeato Go coaches. Only
nice.
23.
Only 23.
23.
Yeah, they need another run of LRC HO. That'd be nice.
To be honest with you, Ray, I like the different because I like running trains. So I'm not dedicated to any particular era. So I run everything, and I like that. The black bonnet, as they called it from the store, that was a special release by Train World, made by Atlas. It's a fantasy scheme, and they have two more to the mix. That is a yellow bonnet and a blue bonnet. These are not. They're not on the layout at all on a real world train. They're a novelty train. And I like that kind of stuff. I like color. I like different stuff on my layout.
It's just a special run they did.
Yeah. And Dwight's got one now, and so is Mark and Emma. So the three of us have got the same train from Train World.
Nice.
And the nice runner, it runs nice too. It's I got the sound turned off because I don't need noise. But there, just for Mike.
Oh, but depends on the situation.
Yeah, for Mark loves it. But it's running nice. It's running smooth. It's pulling 17 cabooses and the Sparky flatbed. And
we got a Repeato car on the track now. I could hear the squeaky wheel.
Yep, I got the Repeato F59 and 8 Go coaches.
The famous squeaky wheel.
Squeaky wheel. They fixed that one. They adjusted the CVs had to be corrected in it. Yeah, see, Robin, I like that kind of stuff because when I run trains, I'm looking at color. That's why I carry the pumpkins around because I like the orange color of the train. But that's why when I buy containers, I want to get mixture of colors to blend them out. Because I don't have an air.
You can always use more.
Well, Mark zoned out in my hat. Here, I'll do this.
Half and half?
Half and half. There you go. Yeah, it is. It's a go. Todd got this from Union Station. And I'm running Go. What more can you ask for?
Rick's Trains, how you doing? And Anthony Dodge popped in the chat. Moonsville.
Hey, Mr. Rick's Train, welcome. But yeah, it's reversible, Mark. It's quite cool.
Go. Get the one side dirty, you just flip it inside out.
That's right. Well, my I have another reversible hat. I hit the derailment here.
Got derailment.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, off the track.
Well, one of the cabooses, not the best of cabooses. So
Lifelike. Lifelike.
I'll stop him.
Walters. Rapido.
What's that?
I don't know which one derailed.
Oh, it's it is an Athearn Blue Box caboose.
Yep.
It's just coming through the turnout. It hit something. We'll fix her up.
Nice. See, I was cutting some wood before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta cut more wood. So like I said, this is the first time down here since last Monday.
Yeah.
When's your next unboxing video there, Mark?
Puppy up.
Well, you just got a nice scale trains. What was that? GP50? I'm not sure. Nice looking locomotive though.
What's that?
The scale trains that Mark unboxed last week.
Oh yeah, that's a nice looking one. I have to admit that.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, let me send this email out. Maybe.
Email.
Gonna have to defrag the computer. Send. Boom.
Send.
That was easy.
There you go. That was easy. Let's cuff her up a bit.
Uh-oh. What happened there?
Nothing yet. I think I'm just gonna
I
cuff
don't know.
up.
Peter went blank.
You're gonna stop me.
Yeah, Maya. Great Lakes Rails Division. Hey, Mike, do you have any good rail
And there's
related
Dave
jokes?
KSF, N Scale, and Anthony Dodge.
Dave, how you doing? Any good rail related jokes? Keep it on the tracks.
Well, I'm back on the track here, so we're back and we're operational now.
Back in action. And if you
Back in action.
go past the light, whether it's red,
Well, I don't have a red light.
yeah, you don't have any
No,
signal lights on your layout.
no, no, zero.
Zero.
I did get a new caboose from Dave from Scott Rails.
Nice. Are you
And
gonna
we
start?
unboxed that on Sunday, so we put it on Nathan put it on the track.
Yeah.
Who's
Are you
this
gonna
guy at
start-
the bottom here? It was Ray dude.
Are you gonna start scenery on your layout soon?
Yeah, I actually went out today thanks to Denny. I bought some foam for the corner.
Oh, nice. You're gonna try that block.
I'm waiting for round 2 from Denny.
Well, make sure you wear a half mask respirator with 61
I do have a mask.
with
One
cartridges.
time I bought. I don't have that one yet.
Organic.
The one that Denny used. Yeah, I have a mask with replaceable filters.
Nice.
And
You got a guest in the basement.
yeah, I know. I saw this Ray dude. Do you know this Ray dude?
I know Ray. I know a few Rays. How many Rays do you know?
I know 3.
I know. I don't know. I lost count. Quite a few Rays.
Yeah. Don't forget your
One party
room.
at James's. There you go. Start
Yeah.
cutting it on your bandsaw.
I don't have a bandsaw yet. I was looking for one.
George's son, though? Anthony?
Yes, he does. I have a new kit to build. I'm going to show you what I'm going to work on.
What you gonna build?
This is first. I bought a couple kits.
Nice. I'm gonna bring. You got a guest in the basement. You want to bring him up?
Yeah, don't hit him too hard though.
Okay.
I
Great
think James is
rumbling.
going to leave me down in the basement.
I think he was. I had to send you the link. So
What's going on,
I
guys?
I didn't do it.
not much. Monday, trying to keep it on the tracks and keep going on the bench work. But any of the bench work I want to do right now is gonna involve power tools. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do. Kind of hard to do off the rails Monday when you're running power tools.
yeah,
Yeah.
running saws and
So I'll move this camera over here. This
Yeah.
this kit here. Now see, I'm wearing the shirt, Ray.
You are wearing
Yeah.
the shirt. Looks good on
I'm
you.
slacking today. My shirts are in the wash.
I got my this
Yeah.
this is my
slacker.
this is my hotel shirt.
Yeah, there's
This is
Georgia
my-
Sunbelt and John Train welcome. And let me turn this camera around here. This guy
He
here.
was waiting for me to put a bucket hat on. Is what
You got a bucket hat?
CP Whiskey Creek and N Scale says. He was waiting for you to put a bucket hat on. That's why you
So,
were leaving me in the basement.
This
Waiting
is
for
a
me to
Union
put something
Crane
over
and
my
Shovel
bulkhead.
HO kit.
Yeah.
I installed this on Sparky's shelf in his place. Hey, Derek. And
Derek,
I said to Sparky, do you want me to assemble that kit for you? And he says, if you put it together, I'll find a spot for it. So I'm going to assemble this and paint this for Sparky.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So it is a Union gravel kit.
Union Gravel and Shovel. The kit number is 9334021.
Okay.
Then I got a couple more kits. I'm gonna work on this guy here. This is the background kit. It's going for my behind my elevated section. It's the Arrowhead Ale building, and
Ale?
I'm gonna put
Bring the
that
camera-
on the back
camera up.
wall.
Camera
Yeah,
up.
bring the camera.
Camera up. Camera up.
There you go. Now we can see
There
it.
I go.
Arrowhead Ale. Is that like ale beer or what?
I'm not gonna put the ale on. Just give me a building. No name whatsoever.
It's gonna be
They
a
don't
dry
go
building.
on the. It's gonna go with the other two I'm working on. You know, so that's that guy. Then I got this one here.
Yeah, can that be
This
a
one
hat
here is pretty
factory?
cool.
Why don't you make that a hat factory?
Yeah.
It's
make
made
that a
where I
hat
used to
factory.
work.
Hey, James.
Armstrong Electric Motors.
James, make that a hat factory.
What's that?
Make that a bucket hat factory.
Electric Motors. I fix that thing for a living.
Oh, you got to tilt the camera up again.
Send.
Oh,
Kind of watch this and watch this.
Whoa.
Okay, here.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Whoa. This is like
There we
Blair
go.
Witch
I'm gonna get
Project.
you spinning.
now
You
if
see it?
you're getting seasick or you
Yeah.
get seasick easy,
I won't be coming to the train show in Mississauga
Mississauga.
this Sunday. I've been. What is he doing?
Turning the camera
There you
upside
go.
down, sideways, and every which way
Yeah.
but loose.
So this is the Armstrong electric motor kit from Walters.
Uh,
I
So,
need to change the channel to rotate the trains.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna build these kits for the elevated section of my layout.
Oh, did you get your parts in or no?
No, I'm picking them up at the train show on the 6th of April. He's redone them all. They're all done. This guy pick them up.
Where's the train show?
This one here being Ancaster.
Oh, okay, that's the
Yeah,
one in Ancaster. Okay,
right.
nice.
Then I'll turn your dizzy off.
Okay, now we're not dizzy. Now we can see it.
Yeah, dizzy.
So Ray, what do you got going
No.
on tonight? You're in a hotel and traveling?
I just, yeah, I'm in just outside of Sayreville, New Jersey. And do you know what Sayreville, New Jersey is famous for?
No.
I'll give you a hint. We're halfway there.
No, it's not, Chris. This is someone else who's putting it on, though.
It's the home of Bon Jovi, Sayreville, New Jersey,
Oh, geez.
and the John Bon Jovi rest stop. So that's what's famous for in Sayreville, New Jersey.
Okay.
Anyway, that's not why I'm here. I'm here for business, but I
Bon
want to
Jovi.
jump on real quick because it's hard to type out and completely explain what I was asking because kind of using the group kind of for some feedback. I was approached by a model railroad manufacturer who will remain nameless for now,
Nameless.
inquiring if there was any interest in me doing an Around the Layout podcast car, an exclusive car with them.
Oh, yeah.
And my thoughts go in a couple different directions, and I know how I feel, but that's why I'm asking with folks. How do you feel about novelty cars? Do you use them? Do you put them on your layout? And I would call an Around the Layout podcast car kind of in that category of novelty car. Just like if you go to a convention and they give you a car. When I went to the NMRA National Convention in Texas, we got a Scale Trains 3-bay covered hopper that said Texas Express on it and
Yeah.
so on. But so I guess a couple questions on it. One, how do you feel about them? Do you collect them? Do you run them? And then I guess the other part of it too is like where is the floor or ceiling exist for this as far as what you're willing to pay for said novelty car? Are you willing to take it if it's free? Are you willing to pay up to a certain dollar amount, or depending on the car? Because one that was pitched would be a Pennsylvania style passenger car with a drum head on the back that has ATLP on it, and it'd be really cool, but cool doesn't necessarily sell. And the other part is I also don't want to turn Around the Layout podcast into Spaceballs the flamethrower kind of concept where we're just marketing everything. So I figured it'd be a good group to kind of ask that question and get feedback on how do you guys handle novelty cars? Is it something to throw about on a shelf, or would you it would be something that and then the Roger Coleman, his feedback there as well, freight car versus passenger car, and what seems to be the most useful.
Well,
I actually asked him about a caboose because I thought a caboose might be fun. But
based on the average price of a rolling stock between a passenger car and a box car, you're looking between $50 to $100 in price changes and variance in price. These in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And a caboose be the same price point.
Absolutely.
They're probably $45 Canadian dollars anyhow.
Depending on the detail, depending on the
and that's kind of where I like that. Good.
But would the car be made in the USA or be imported from China?
Good question. Probably imported. There's
That's
not
pretty
much.
much
I mean,
it.
I don't know who's I think Accurail is probably the only domestic production in the United States. I can't think of anybody who else is producing micro trains, but that's an N scale. But who else is producing domestically in the U.S.?
There's lots of 3D printers in the USA that make cars. You can print the whole entire car if you wanted to.
Yeah, I would say, to me, probably rolling stock, like a freight car or something.
Yeah. And the other thing I won't do is I won't do a 50-foot high cube because I don't want to take the shine off of the ATLP 2022 car. That's its own unique thing. And if we start mass producing that, it kind of loses the kind of the fun of having the thing passed around, which by the way is on the Gold Coast of Australia right now.
If you're going to do it for a US thing, go back to the basics, history, blue box, 40-footer.
Or what about a tank car?
And I like Yeah, or a tank car. What I want is something that's going to, and James makes a great point, is have something that has a long range to it, right? Not just something that's a modern car. Something that if you're going to do it, it's going to be 40s to 80s kind of thing.
This is the Heath car. Someday I'll get my decals, but that's the Heath car. This is a 40-foot Athearn blue box car. You talk any mile railroad in USA and Canada, blue box, 40 footers.
Yeah.
There's still tons out there for sale.
Right.
Yeah, Home Shops does do something.
Yeah. I like caboose ideas, and I like the 40-foot box car.
I would keep it like
I think
the
go ahead.
Auto racks, you can put a nice around the layout logo on that, but problem with auto racks, not everybody runs them. So I would try and
can run them. Like I couldn't.
Yeah,
an 89 footer ain't going to swing around my bends. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So you want to try and find something that middle of the road, right? Something that is so that a lot of folks can be touching upon. So, but yeah, I again, if I can find. I think there is a floor. Listen, I don't think it's as appealing as say, somebody mentioned what Chris Palmieri is doing.
Yeah.
Where they're freelance railroads, and I think freelance railroads are far more appealing than having an around the layout podcast car on your layout.
Yeah.
If I had a freelance railroad that's somehow related to the podcast, that may be one thing. But I don't.
Talking about cars. Heath approached Atlas, but doing his car. I don't think he got too far with the idea, though.
Yeah, because again, I think it's super niche to your audience, and then even, for my audience, how much do I like to make sure I bring value to my audience, and I don't want to just keep dumping products at them. I will say in my Spaceballs reference, if somebody wants to make an around the layout podcast flamethrower, I'm definitely down for that. And we can work on a marketing plan, but or the cereal, Spaceballs, the cereal, Spaceballs, the lunchbox, Spaceballs,
the seed money to start that project. Around the layout's going to do the seed money, or is the manufacturer of the car?
That's a whole other conversation I won't get into, but there's some business aspect to it that is heavy. Like you just can't say, I'm going to do it, because there is a financial piece to it. And again, I would rather do it for the promotional aspect than the financial aspect. Like the financial aspect isn't nearly as important, but is this even a thing that people are all that really interested in before I even start to, even break it? Or
as a freelance modeler like me, I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Made Schwartz.
When I look at cars and when I buy cars for my rail, I look at the color of the car. Does it look unusual? That kind of stuff. And I also like running trains that are consistent all the same car too, but I still like that variety of color.
Yeah.
And that attracts me to it.
And one thing I can say, I'm pretty proud of the ATLP 2022 car, and that's what drew their interest, because I think the car looks sharp. The way it was done and the logos, it's a sharp looking rail car. But again, I certainly don't want to mass produce that car. Yeah. And you guys will eventually get it, I promise. The only reason why I didn't go to Canada, there was that whole mail thing. Like I held off and then had the opportunity to get to Australia. So I jumped. But yeah, when you go, and Canada Post was on strike, there's just no way I could get it to Canada. So
yeah, it eventually make it here. Just it's all the way down under right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's talked over
making its way. Do a trash gun. Yeah, ATLP trash gun. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know, and again, I'm certainly flattered. I mean, it is a company that when I said their name, everybody go, oh yeah, it's a very well known name in the hobby.
Yeah.
but it's also, there's financial risk. There's, and again, I don't want to be the guy to, again,
Well-
I don't want it to turn it into a marketing thing. It's a podcast, and I don't need it. Just like, and there you go. The minimum order is 100. There's, it would be slightly less than that, but it's still it's a minimum order. And then if it dies, I'm responsible for the art charges, which is a significant amount of money. I might as well just take that money and go buy a proto throttle and move on, because that's about the kind of money it is. So
Well, 100 cars is
it's
not very much. We get in our lot chats, we do all different chats around. You're getting more than 100 different people across the board in chat. So
you start looking at
and
that.
I certainly have a larger audience, but and I could start that. I just like to get a feel of, is this even a worthwhile project to take on? Like, how do people handle novelty cars? Like I said, that one I got from the Texas Express is a beautiful car. It's a Scale Trains car, and I don't run it on my layout because it's not a real car. But
that won't stop
I have
me,
it on
though.
a shelf, and it looks cool on the shelf, but it also was handed to me at no charge. And I don't know if I would have gone and bought that car, although at least that represents an event. So it's kind of a souvenir that, hey, I was at the Texas Express National Convention.
Hey, welcome, New
and I'm
Haven
sure other
Rail.
folks have chimed in too about the same. So
see, that car wouldn't sit in the shelf. I put it in the layout, at least run once in a while.
As you're looking at when you
probably burn the wheels off. I have to send you a separate set of wheels because you probably burn the wheels off.
Right.
Running
when you run a model, you're looking at about $50,000. So to do a model, you need to have pre-orders, and to do the mold, right? It's the mold that costs you.
Yeah,
right.
And it would be done something in their whatever they're running, right? So if they had, and that's one thing I asked was a caboose, and they don't have tooling for a caboose, so that kind of went out, and I was like, well, and then the passenger car idea was pitched, and I went, because I know exactly what James has said, the cost of passenger car. Now we're talking bigger money.
Yeah.
So then it was like, well, what can we do for possibly a freight car that would be a little bit more like, not everybody runs passenger service on their layout, but they may run, most everybody seems to run freight. There's a few exceptions, but it just whatever would be, more tuned to a wider audience, and definitely something that can fit a lot of eras too. So
that's just for the mold there.
Anyway,
that's just the molding is $50,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the bucket hat idea, and I'm making T-shirts. I was looking at the idea of actually getting monogrammed bucket hats to sell. Not to make any money on it, but the actual to do the artwork to prep it for doing embroidery, it was almost $100 upfront cost, and then you get the hats.
So we got a couple people saying same thing. High cubes, 50-footers, tank cars.
So let's go back to the 50-foot high cube thought for just a second. I would maybe do the 50-foot high cube after that tour has kind of almost seemingly concluded. But I don't want to take the shine off of that again, where people go, I just bought my own and here's a picture. The idea isn't necessarily getting it's about that same car that you're going to put in your hands has been all over the planet, and now it's your turn. That's what I think is special about the ATLP 2022
Aurora Miniatures. They have the 50-foot high bay car in production. Just got to change the artwork.
Right.
So the cars.
It would definitely be something in a run. Yeah, Aurora Prairie Shadows has 50-foot high cubes. Scale Trains just came out with a Gunderson. There's plenty of places where I could have it made. I just don't want to take away from the ATLP 2022 Interchange Tour, because I think that's something special. And I wouldn't do anything on a run for that for now. Maybe down the road, but we'll see.
But I have a lot of the Gunderson. I guess they're commodity cars. I think they're for like plywood, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're made by Walter Strodo. Yeah.
Walther's Proto, the Walther's ones were that Walther's Gold and Platinum line that they ran. That was a great run, and they're coming back, but they want some crazy money for them now.
Oh yeah.
I think
Well,
yeah,
you'll have to go
it
out there.
jumped
I
up.
have them here.
Yeah.
I have about 10 of them. I think. They're
Now I
nice.
think the Atlas
Again,
Caboose,
I bought them for the color.
Atlas Caboose, same thing. The True Line Point St. Charles.
Yeah, someday we'll get that.
The mold was spent, so they got to redo a mold to build that car.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. There's hey, listen. And there's cost to this hobby, the manufacturing side for sure, and I don't know it near as good as some of these other guys. I mean, I'm sure Lauren could come on here and give you a whole lesson on that, but it's not cheap. It's not cheap money, and it certainly isn't snap your fingers and start making it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it takes over a year.
Yeah.
Right. It's a lot of It's a lot of detail work. It's a lot of scanning. It's a lot of measurements, all that stuff.
That's what it was interesting to hear from when I had David from Tangent on just a few weeks ago, and he was talking about how they do things. And Tangent does no pre-orders. Tangent, all of a sudden, it's available. They don't even tell anybody it's coming. It's like, hey, here's a brand new PS 4750, and oh, by the way, order it and we'll ship it today. It's like, it's crazy. But it's a definitely a unique model. It certainly doesn't let you plan for anything, but it definitely takes away that whole having to wait for it too. So, and yes, the decals for the ATLP 2022 car are still available at Highball Graphics. You can, if you scroll down the left-hand side, you'll see Around the Layout podcast is one of the railroads listed.
Yeah.
Those decals, right? It's decals from Highball Graphics are available. I'll speak some Canadian. No.
Yeah, Canadian Locomotive Logistics. Yeah, I got one of those CN cabooses, and they're about. I think you did too, didn't you, James? The Tangent.
You bought one, yes, but they weren't $200 though.
Oh yes, they were.
Not the one Lauren sold.
The Tangent ones, they were up there.
I didn't think they were 200.
Yeah.
What would 140 convert to Canadian? 140 US. What's 140 US to Canadian? Probably around 200, right?
1.35 is the
I'll
starting.
tell you right now. Let me go to my conversion chart because I deal with US funds all the time. What'd you say? 140?
Yeah, I think so. I think the new run that they just
140 is $245. Or sorry, 245 cents.
Okay, so $200. Yeah, so there you go. Because that's what they just released. They did a run of Southern and NS, which are real gorgeous. There was one that's super cool. It's a NS, but they put the old Southern Railway logo on it. That's a super cool looking caboose that I almost bought but I was like, 140, maybe not this week. For a caboose that I'll never run. It doesn't fit on my layout. You know what I mean? It's if I was modeling NS now or something, it would fit and I could make it work. But yeah.
Yeah, so. Chris, it's a lot of poutine. That's right. That's half the price of
That's a Canadian delicacy, isn't it?
Yeah. So 400 US is 572.71.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't take long. Poof.
Nope.
No, it's well. Anyway, I appreciate the feedback and the conversation on it. It just as I think these things out, and I'm definitely not decided on anything, but it's a flattering conversation for sure to have somebody reach out and say they want to work with you on a project like that. But it's also making sure that it's right for the brand. And then also right for my listeners where they're not feeling like, here's another thing that Ray wants money for. I'm not like that. The podcast isn't about making money.
Ray, we need Around the Layout bucket hat now.
That I could probably, I was going to look at Printful right now because I'd ordered you guys. That's where I use is the company called Printful. They're a direct to garment producer. You guys have their shirts. They make some really nice stuff.
Yeah, no,
I was going to look and see.
I got a coffee cup,
Mm.
beach towel. I gotta get a hoodie. That's what I gotta do. I gotta get on there and
The
get
Oh,
my
yeah.
hoodies are super.
I don't
The-
wear
the
hoodies
hood-
too
they
often.
do
I
make
don't
a-
have to know.
They make a bucket hat, but it's a denim bucket hat.
Right.
Let me see if they got other bucket hats.
We need
You'd have to be a denim hat embroidered.
Chris, you gotta get some
Let's
swag.
see. Well, denim bucket hat. Oh, they make an
Look.
organic bucket hat, and I can make it any color. I can make it black and put
You
around
can
the
get
lid on it.
my T-shirt for $25 plus tax.
Oh, excuse me. Is the organic?
In Brantford.
Does the organic hat get wet and then fall apart, or how's that work?
It might. I mean, I don't know. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, right? It's you get what you pay for when I send it to you.
Yeah.
So, but they do make you know what? And it's embroidered. You may be surprised. There may be a test one that may show up there on at Dundas Junction.
Well,
we may test one.
That's
There we
good.
go.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I'll have to look at it. It's not
It's
not deep money. It's not deep money either.
Yeah.
No, but this
Yeah.
one here.
You want it on the side like that?
Well, I just turned
Is
it.
is the hat directional?
No,
Yeah.
Like,
not directional.
Okay.
you remember Gilligan's Island?
So it's meant to be forward. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll play with it.
Yeah.
It says one size fits all. So hopefully you're all.
That's right. Well, they're all one size.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got about
I
a
don't
dozen of them.
He likes his bucket hats.
I
Just
don't
like,
want it to be
my
a
grandpa.
beanie, and I don't want you to fall into it either. So
But when I talked about the place in Brantford doing my T-shirts about bucket hats, he said because of the hat, they would have to embroider it versus,
Press it on or
yeah, that's what he told me. And at the time, it was $70 Canadian to do the setup for the hats.
yeah, it's the initial cost, and then after the
Right.
setup,
And I would have to pay
not so much.
I would have paid for that, and anybody buying I have with my logo on it. 'Cause I don't do it to make money. I just do it to promote railroading.
Yeah.
And I found a local,
as I do with the
t-shirt shop
podcast,
in
when people
Brantford.
buy. Yeah, I'll be quite honest. When I sell shirts and everything else, the profit is only a few dollars a shirt. It really
Right.
it's minimal. It's
Yeah.
not about making the money. It's about getting the shirts out there and having folks
That's
that
right.
enjoy the
And I-
podcast be able to wear the swag.
So
It's not.
this t-shirt shop in Brantford, he will produce the shirt now, and he will ship it. You just gotta pay him, and it's a phone call away. And he'll do Americans too, but he's not sure about the shipping costs and the paperwork yet for going across the border. But he will do
Yeah, it's
it.
a little tough. But
It was easier before.
But he
to,
has the artwork
stuff.
that's all done now. For me, anyhow.
yeah, so the best thing to do is to order a shirt right around before Amherst, and then I got a guy that might be able to get it over the border for me right there.
Yeah, maybe
In the top right
Yeah.
corner. This way, over here. This
this
guy.
way.
This guy.
This way.
Yeah, this way, whichever. One of these guys. The
One of
them.
those guys.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
One of those guys.
it is cheaper to ship in the States. Don't ask me why,
Mhm.
but it's way cheaper. Whereas
Mm.
here it's like, I think I shipped
Yeah.
a box of cork. I don't think track. I gave a box of cork and some other stuff I shipped to Chris. I think it was like $56,
Well,
$40.
Yeah,
when I bought
that's tough.
when I bought
Yeah.
the Black Knight from Train World from New Jersey, that cost me $48 American to ship it across the border.
Yeah, I just got a bill today from UPS
For what?
shipping.
From what you buy?
I didn't buy anything.
Why you get a bill then?
I got a bill because I got stuff shipped from Motown Model Works
Okay,
from Tom.
right.
Some speakers,
Yeah.
but I got a bill because probably UPS had to pay the duty at the border or something.
That's why I always
Yeah.
find it's more money, but to ship from US to Canada, you need to use US Postal Service.
Yeah,
You may have to pay the duty, you're not going to pay because Mark he ordered the black bonnet and he shipped it FedEx. It was FedEx bill was $22 American. He got a bill for $60 from FedEx for the brokerage and duty fees.
Yeah, it's so tough internet. And then, I listened to, Paul Kassar, my executive producer on the podcast. He's in Sydney, Australia, and the pain they go through to buy anything, the shipping sometimes outweighs the entire product.
Oh,
it's like, buy a locomotive, and it's crazy. It's like add another $100 to the cost of a locomotive just to get it to Australia. That's why Marty Jenkins over there has started to try to open with some people to try to help alleviate that, because they get punished, and they model a lot of American stuff over there. Paul's is a US based layout, and several others that I've talked to. The Surf Line over there is a UP, so they want that American stuff. They're buying it, but they're killing them in freight. I mean, I know shipping has an expense, but holy moly,
the slow way of mailing is not the best way, but is the less aggravation across the board.
I suck you.
Yeah.
I suck you.
Postal service is tough around here, though, as far as getting packages. There's massive problems with the postal service here in the United States. That's not a political statement. It doesn't matter what administration's in charge. The postal service is tough. It's tough. And
there you go.
If anybody follows Don Iris, there you go. I sent a box to Australia, 180.
When I mail stickers around the world, it's 1 stamp for Canada, 2 stamps for US, 3 stamps for England, and 4 stamps for Australia. Yeah. That's how I know.
Wow.
Figure the math out.
Yeah. We have a global mail stamp that covers everything. Like, if it's 1 stamp, and I think it depends on the ounces, but most first class mail, like a sticker that gets it pretty much anywhere, is a global mail stamp, and I think it's $1.90 or something like that US for the stamp. But it's slow boat. You might as well tie it to a donkey and kick it in a general direction. Kind of.
That's the only time I'll buy from US is there's a specialty a card you cannot buy in Canada, like the 25th anniversary boxcar and caboose. Yeah, that was an Atlas manufacturer, but so exclusively to Train World. I paid the extra to get those cars.
Yeah.
That's the only time I do it now. It's for that oddball card that I cannot get in Canada.
I suck it.
Yeah, that's for sure. But you guys have a decent supply up there, at least. Australia just seemingly doesn't get that. You've got the Otter Valleys, and you got the others that are up there that are getting it in truckloads. So at least the freight's being, somewhat diminished down by bulk, but or volume. But Australia doesn't quite
Bernard,
have that.
Mini Prince.
Yeah, for sure.
Bernard. Things hit and miss when you buy. You got to, if you really want it, you're going to pay for it.
Definitely interested in the
absolutely
whatever car you choose to do, Rick. I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out. And by the way, we saw Mini Prince drop in. Dr. Mini will be on my show tomorrow. We're going to be talking about it's all in the details. Go down the rabbit hole with Dr. Mini himself. So definitely check it out. That's a gorgeous caboose. Whose caboose is that?
That caboose over $100 for you too. That's the one that me and Mike got, Ray.
Oh, that's cool.
That's exclusive for Train World.
Same as my ESU 44.
Yeah.
The Trains is the same. Has all the same logos on it.
Yeah. I have.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought a caboose might be fun. But
they did a boxcar too. I had the boxcar too. Now, the only reason I know about
that could be an idea.
I have to blame Randall for that because he did a video on. That's how I know about him.
Caboose would be fun.
Maybe that could be a fun design. Do it like a box car, or do something that's got a good broad side on it. and then do
Yeah.
Around the Layout podcast, and then put the logos of some of the railroads that have been on the show, and like do kind of like that 25th anniversary idea. That at least it have some kind of tie back to to railroading of some form. That might be fun.
YouTubers.
Yeah. The Podcast Express and do all the podcasts on it.
Yeah, there you go. I know Lauren's doing some cabooses.
Something.
Yeah, he's doing the transfer vans.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that'd be cool. Yeah, especially
They're very sharp.
Yeah, again, something that would go in, a wide range of stuff too, like that. Would be kind of fun. But I don't know. We'll have to.
Yeah.
Got to think about it. It's ideas. There's tons of ideas that come across every day, and I stare at my windshield for 8 to 10 hours a day thinking about silly stuff, and then this comes across. So
nothing wrong with that.
Get
No.
new ideas. No,
That's
I have a
what
relationship.
the hobby's about.
yeah.
That's
They'll
what
have
I'm
to hook
talking
up with
about.
scale signs and do scale signs around the layout.
A
Yeah.
billboard.
Yeah, billboard or
Do a billboard, lighted billboard. Yeah, something. I don't know. Well, there's plenty of thoughts, and again, I don't have really. Reality is, I probably should be editing podcasts and putting shows out. That's kind of what the podcast is for, and not a limited time to all this R&D silliness. But yeah,
it's all about having fun.
And my hobby within the hobby is to talk to folks and have fun with it. But I've been doing work on my layout too. I've been getting down there, and I bought a new soldering iron. And after NERX had a really great clinic on soldering, right? It was right at the beginning of NERX, their virtual convention, and it had me all fired up. And I went and bought a new Weller digital soldering iron, and boy, has it made a difference for me. Just to be able to see the temperature and understand it more.
I have a D550 Weller soldering gun made in Canada.
Yep.
1960.
Nice.
Not made in China. But I learned
20 years before I even made the planet.
We used to do induction coils for the steel industry. And I had to learn to silver solder water jackets.
I remember taking that.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
You used to make.
How much time does it take? Good.
What's that?
I got a question.
No, go ahead. I was answering the question that was on the screen. It says, "How much time do you spend editing the podcast?" The rule is 3 or 4 to 1. Depending on the episode and what it is. So that means for every 1 hour of podcast is about 3 to 4 hours of editing time.
Yeah,
So half a day.
Takes time for sure.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. To do it right. I mean, if I wanted to put everything out with all the ahs and spaces and the knows and all that mixed into it, you could put it out pretty quick, but I don't like to put a show out like that. I like to try to tighten it up a little bit. And then I get on there and I start listening to it and I go, wow, this host is a bumbling moron. So I got to fix a lot of the stuff that he says too. So he'll go out on a tangent and I need to reel him all back in.
I didn't say that.
That dope.
It happens. It happens.
What are you even talking about?
I use iMovie in my tablet to edit.
Simple. I'll share with the folks. You know what one of my worst habits was? I'm trying to do better at is I'd ask a question and then I'd start answering it. It'd be like, so James, tell me what you run for trains because I know that you like to run some blah, 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 blah. I'd be like, just shut up and let James answer it. How about that? Stop answering the question for the guy. And so I'm trying to get out of that habit. And then what I'll do is I'll usually cut me answering the question out and let the person answer. So it's fun. It's a whole thing.
But, I'm connected to everything pretty well. I have the trains. I run. But when I first saw, as addition to the I collect THMB trains and rolling stock.
Mm-hmm.
But I have all the trains. I can't get any more other than duplicating stuff. So I have duplicates now. I have the THB, and I believe they are Atlas Cato Drive locomotives. I had the same set in Athearn Genesis that came out 2 years ago. So I have those. I have custom painted THB in W2s, all Cato Drive. But I got them all. I can't get any more unless you start making more for me. I was hot. Repeal was going to make a new SW9, and I would have bought them. But and there's only one locomotive out there that I want to get for THB, and that is the Berkshire. But no one's going to make that locomotive. It's too much money to invest in that car. And I would strongly think if they didn't make it 100% perfect, the what you call it, the rivet counters would kill it. Because the only locomotive was made in Canada at the Montreal Motor Works. They only made two locomotives. That's it. And they ran on the Canadian rails. In fact, they were so proud of the locomotive, they parked one in front of City Hall on display for 2 months.
Nice.
It's the Berkshire, but it's not. It's built differently than the American Berkshire. I have a Berkshire right here in front of me. I have two of them. As a replacement, a copy of the best I can get for the Berkshire.
Nice.
That's okay, Ray. We're just starting.
Just starting.
Just warming up.
Just warming up.
And to answer Canadian Locomotive Logistics, he asked the question, do you like the audio only format for podcasts? And I'll answer that by saying I have a face for radio. So it works well for me, and I think for everybody else as well.
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of like both. I like your audio podcast, but I also like it when you do your lives too.
Yeah, we have fun with that, and I think we got another one planned here pretty soon with Don Iris. There's something we want to do as a topic that's a visual. That's very that you really need to see it to understand it. So we may take it as a very special live video thing. But I got to wrap the logistics around that, figure it all out.
Yeah.
Along with all the other stuff I'm figuring out, I'm taking the show live on the road to Deschler, Nebraska. Spring Creek Model Trains is celebrating their 25th anniversary on the 4th of July weekend.
Ooh,
so
nice.
I'm going out to the middle of nowhere, Deschler, Nebraska, to see the fine folks over at Spring Creek and celebrate. And we're going to interview folks. They're having, kind of similar to what Lauren does. They got a bunch of manufacturers coming to help celebrate. So we'll interview them and maybe have some special announcements there. And so we're going to go out there and we're going to support that. And when I say it's going to be myself and Tony Cook, the editor of Model Railroad News. So
you should come north. If Lauren ever does the pop-up again, you should come to that.
They never let. I think I'm banned from Canada, but yeah, I should come up to Canada. I should come see you guys. It's not that far from me. It really, Trackside Mike knows it's not terrible.
Yeah,
it's not terrible.
That far. Nice little day trip.
The sad part is, I work I work along I-90. There's when I go out on the road, I'm out in Rochester and Batavia, just near Buffalo, and so I'm not that far.
And you're real
go on a work trip and then make a swing in.
You work for a pump manufacturer or something like that?
I work for a company named Dixon. They're a 100-year-old fourth-generation family-owned company that specializes in fluid conveyance products, including valves and pumps, and they do a bunch of stuff. Food grade.
I spent my entire life fixing. I'm an electrical apparatus service technician, so I fix motors that include pumps.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking little tiny submersibles. I'm talking 300-400 up to 1,000 horsepower pumps that pump water through the city systems.
Yeah.
And I heard your post about what you work for. They probably make pumps too, and I probably got to fix something like them.
We
motors.
have, yeah, and if not, at least
Yeah.
the valves and fittings that go on those are
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Dixon is a big company in that. Yep.
I actually
So
I was inside the blast furnace at Stalker before they shut it down.
Yeah, I'm
our
hoping
claim to
to hit.
fame. One of the things
No,
that you
go
can
ahead, Rick.
find out there,
Yeah.
fire department standpipe on World Trade Center 3, one of the new World Trade Center buildings, is a
Okay.
nice shiny stainless steel, fire, the dual head fire standpipe is a Dixon
Yeah.
valve. So that's our claim to fame. That right there in New York City is a super shiny
There you go.
standpipe at the new World Trade Center. Yep. So
Nice. Yeah, I'm hoping to hit
Very
Rochester or one of those places this summer. Excuse me.
Okay.
Do some rail fanning.
definitely reach out to Ed O'Connell and go see the Rochester Model Railroad Club. It's in the basement of a church, but they got a really nice club there. So when you know
Nice.
you're going to Rochester, we'll get you connected with Ed O'Connell. Have him give you a tour.
Yeah, that'd be
Good
fun.
group of guys. That whole Rochester, you spend time in that Rochester and even the Finger Lakes. There's some really great layouts to go see there. You got Rochester, and then if you go into Syracuse, Bill Brown's layout is a beautiful layout, and so is Drew James. So when you end up in that area, just let me know, and we'll get you connected with Drew and Bill and all those fine folks there. All those
Nice.
Northeast region guys, NER,
Mhm.
Central New York, and Lakeshores
Yeah.
Division guys. Super nice people. That's where we do our Ops to You Drop event at the end of April, and I'll be heading out there for that. That's an annual
End of
tradition now to go
Yeah.
out there. Yep, it's awesome
Nice.
that we do it. You go out Saturday, you run op session in the afternoon, then you go to the next house, you have dinner there, and then operate that night overnight. You stay at a hotel, get up next morning, have breakfast with the group, and then you go operate the last layout, and then you head home. So it's like a day and a half of but really good ops and super nice folks. Really, really, really cool opportunity to be able to see a bunch of layouts and hang out with them, and of course run
Yeah.
trains. So
That sounds like fun.
very cool.
Mhm. It is.
It's a lot of fun. But all right, I'm going to go back to the spectator level. I appreciate you guys letting me on the show to babble
Thanks
a
for
little
coming
bit.
out.
It's always
Oh, no
great catching
problem.
up with the both of you guys. I appreciate your support always, and check your mailboxes. You should both have something by the end of the week. So
Ooh.
Awesome.
have fun with that.
Yeah.
And keep us posted on what you're thinking of, whether it's a tanker, high cube, or some kind of piece of
Yeah,
rolling
we'll see
stock.
where that project goes, but yeah, the feedback tonight definitely helps me start to think that out. So I appreciate everybody chiming in and giving their feedback on it. So appreciate that, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump back into the chat and let you guys do your thing.
All right. Have a good night,
Thanks,
Ray. Keep it on the tracks.
No problem. Track
There it
here.
is. Love it.
There it is.
See you guys.
Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff to do down here.
What happened?
Well, work, that W word.
Oh yeah, I forgot whether you worked all freaking weekend.
Yeah, I worked all weekend.
Yeah. I didn't. I sat in my butt most of the morning.
I got home yesterday.
4
Yeah,
o'clock.
oh,
you
yeah.
said.
I was whipped.
Oh yeah, I bet you I would be too.
Almost like I had to have a nap.
I had
I
that.
was in bed at 8:30 last night and up at 5 this morning and out the door at 6.
Well, I had the nap. I was pretty beat too. It was a long day.
Yeah.
Because me and
Hey, you had
Todd,
a long weekend.
Todd had to leave. I think 5:30 in the morning to catch the trains to get to my place on Saturday.
Yeah.
We left at 4 o'clock. I couldn't leave because the tour was till 5. And after he left, I had 4 more people show up to tour the layout.
And then this weekend, doubleheader.
Yes.
Kitchener. I got to reach out to a couple guys. I'm supposed to go with a couple guys. I think you have to get tickets for that show,
What show is that?
the doubleheader. Or do you just get a map and go to their layouts and donate? Or
I've never been to double headers.
me neither. So I want to go.
Well, I'm not going to show up. I don't know. I'm going to go to Rapido on Friday. I go on.
Oh, there you go. You do have to
Yeah,
get
my
tickets.
ticket. I'm going to Sparky's on Sunday.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be away from the house 3 days in a row. Dundas Junction sells them? I didn't know that.
You sell tickets?
Well, I didn't know that. Now I guess I don't know. Sell tickets.
Great Lakes, you been to that tour? Yeah, I want to hit that tour.
Well, I know where one tour is, so I can get into the back door and not worry about.
Yeah.
I can
I'm thinking about it there, and I want to go to that show this weekend. And then
Right.
I got to get up to the club because I haven't been there in at least 3 weeks now. I got to get to the club.
I think so, yeah. But
Yeah, I've always been there many times.
I'm just not sure
Right,
if I can give up 3
Oh, and
days at home.
Okay, good to know that, Sparky. Measure your head. Oh,
Yeah. What's he
Oh.
say? Measure the height of that go logo on your hat, please. Okay, I can do that.
2 inches.
I have a tape measure.
2 inches or 3?
No. It is 1.5 inches by 2 3/4.
Okay.
So this way here is
Almost 3
2
inches.
3/4. This way here is 1.5 inches.
That's about standard.
The bucket hat rim is the section in the evenly it out. It's 3 inches, so it's a.
Yeah, I read your text
I
earlier,
think
Sparky.
1.5
I
inches,
was
just
on the show.
maybe under 1.5 inches.
Okay.
So
Definitely interesting, Sparky, your text, but that might be some dollars.
I don't have. I try to avoid having a metric tape measure in the train room. I was born with a imperial ruler in my hand, and that's what I use. Except for
I don't use metric, only when it comes to boom lengths and meters.
we had to use metric for bearings, but the critical dimensions for bearing fits were in inches. Go
Yeah.
figure.
And I prefer feet.
Yep.
So if you ask me how much boom that crane's got, it's got 236 feet, and don't give me that in meters.
That's right.
Yeah.
But in a motor though, like a bearing for, let's say, 1,000 horsepower motor may have a 6318 bearing in the thing. The actual bearing is measured in metric, but the fit that it fits in the housing on the journal is imperial measurements.
Cash only. Okay.
We had to measure to imperial measurements, the thousandths of an inch.
That's not 9 to 5, it's 9 to 3.
Yeah, what's that?
The double header. So I'll have to leave early. Leave here by 6 a.m. to get down there for 9-ish.
Why? How far a drive from your place? A 2-hour drive?
If I'm booking it, 2 hours, 2.5.
9 to 6.
2.5.
Ours was 9 to 5, but they didn't sell tickets. They used to, but they decided against it.
Yeah.
Sure. But I don't know if I'll make it to double headers because I do have responsibility at the house too. Hey, Thomas Grassy.
So yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind checking that out because I want to see that Quonset hut layout. They got a helix inside it. And
where is that?
it's in Kitchener. I just don't know where it's at.
Well, if you do come down and I don't make it, bring my stuff and leave it at Sparky's.
Oh, your Heath, the stickers and decals?
And my car.
Oh, yes. The park car.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll hopefully see Sparky on Sunday.
Nice. Yeah, Sunday I'm hoping to hit the club.
Don't hit it too hard.
Well, I'm not sure where the boys left off on the weekend, but we're starting to do wheel sets on the cars, resistors.
Okay. For
So
block
we can
detection.
Block detection, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't throw a switch when you got
Right.
a train in the middle of it.
See, I don't have block protection here. I would
I don't
like
know.
to add signal just for the sake of adding it, just a flick a switch and they come on.
Yeah, you want these. You get these signals from me. Wow.
Yeah, that's all I want. But it's more of a showpiece for the scenery.
Yeah.
It don't need to be prototypical functional. Hit a switch, they come on.
Yeah, you can put those on a three-way
That's all I
switch.
need to do, yeah.
Three-way
Now,
switch.
Todd gave me some lights for the buildings. I got and put these in.
Plug and plays or
These are Scene Master lighting.
yep. They got good lights.
Yeah. So he gave me these.
Okay.
So I can look into that. But I want to put lighting in the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Just more of a general broadcast of light, not a directional light.
Do you watch SP Steve?
Occasionally I do watch him, yes.
Yeah, he's got some nice kits he's done up with lights.
70 car tail chasing on my old layout.
So is that like 70 cars and you're almost hooked up to the back of the car?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know how many. I ran about 25 tankers one time. Sparky has done cars on his layout and almost touch each other.
Nice. So no big crashes at Sparky's on the weekend?
I didn't run any trains.
Huh.
We went to conversation. Yeah, but I don't have a 3D printer yet, Thomas, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. I was talking to Jerry about that. I'm afraid if I got a 3D printer and I'll get involved in it too much and I won't work on the layout, I'll be trying to fight a computer and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure I would want to buy one. And the technology is changing daily. There's a new Bambi lab that's coming out in the next 6 months. So do you wait for that to come out before you spend money? I don't know.
Oh, it all takes time, right?
Well, yeah. So I'm not ready for one yet. Right now, I'd rather people do it for me. And Thomas Grassi will share me some of his print files, and Phil is working on a couple of ideas for me now. So
Right.
I like that idea, but it's not on my wish list. That's for sure. Trains may be on my wish list.
Trains and more trains.
Well, I'm trying to reduce the wish list though. I only got a few in the mix that I hoping to get, but not too many. It's only a couple. But something comes out oddball that I like, and then I consider it. But I want to get my throttle from Otter Valley Railroad first. And that might happen next month. So we'll see. I gotta focus on over the winter, over the summer. I'm gonna be building kits. Not much construction on the layout other than running trains. Kits. And figure out wiring plans. Cab forward, 7 car used was half a car in length from the local. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I've never done that. You have to make sure you got good couplers on your cars, and so this caboose here I did. This is a Jesse one I did. This was a blue box, so I placed the coupler on it. But the coupler is too low, and I was looking at it, just the way the box was made, a bit of a ridge. So I'm gonna take it apart get rid of that ridge, and Katie makes an offset coupler
Right.
that you can raise the height up a little bit. $5 a book. Map sent to you. Okay, he's got it coming. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna modify this one here. Still got a horn hook on one end.
Okay.
So that's gonna come off. But just that the height is a little too low. So I gotta fix that. So it's still in the drawing. It's still in the repair department. But I bought a jig for doing couplers on Blue Box. It's
Okay.
a guide for drilling and tapping. Yeah, but the lift the car rate. I gotta look at that. Right now it's sitting too low. So I can't get the coupler any higher than the body of the truck.
Yeah.
So washer's not going to do any good because the coupler is too low. But and also know there's a gap. There might be a bit of flashing on the body of the truck.
Right.
So I'm gonna shave it off first and see if I can adjust the height. But it's about the width of a washer low, that's for sure. But then raise it up. How do you get vertical? How do you raise it up with a washer on?
To raise the coupler up.
What's that?
To raise the coupler up.
Yeah. How's the washer going to do that?
The washer would lower it.
It's a body mount truck, Thomas. So a washer won't help it. But I do see there is a problem with the body itself. It's not sitting high enough because of the flashing. So I need to scrape away the flashing and recheck it again. And then I'll see about offset. But I know it's too low right now. Yeah, that's an option, Rick. I'm gonna try, but first I'm gonna fix the problem that I can see on the car itself, and then I'll go from there. The washer won't raise the coupler. If you put it on top of the washer, it's gonna lower the coupler. If you put a washer between the body and the coupler, that's gonna lower it. I want to raise it. Too low. Take the truck off the car and play the wire between the body and the truck.
Yeah,
oh, I see what you mean. So adjust the height of the truck, not the coupling. Yeah, that's an option too. Yes, I understand now. But I gotta get rid of that burr on the mounting hole first. But I can see a gap there, and that may be enough to fix the problem. But I did get a mail call too.
Nice. Yeah, let's see your mail call.
Let me find my knifey. I had it out here. I had a knife out here, but I misplaced it.
That happened.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. So this came from Inner City Hobbies in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Nice little dough. Packing slips. Let me do that. Some popcorn for Sparky.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Peanuts, you mean?
Or peanuts, we call it. So can we see that? Oh, I'll move the camera around in a minute and get out of the box. Get that out of the way. You see there?
Yep.
So this is another roundhouse Bachmann. It's called a Harriman style passenger car. I got 3 already. This is for my special train project.
Right.
So there's the car. They call this here the hard to read it. RPO car. Passenger car or something, but now these are truck mounted couplers. Well, all that's came. I might change the body mount, but if it runs okay, I'll leave it as such. But I'm building a special train. I need the parts for it. And I've got this Rapido, it's a CPR USRA clone boxcar, CPR early. Take out the bottom, you see it. But this guy here is going to get repainted.
Okay.
It's not going to stay CP rail. I'll tell you right now. I needed a boxcar that had, it's a wood-sided boxcar, and the framework is on the outside. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
So this is going to get repainted. It won't be CP rail when it's done. It's actually gonna be turned into a maintenance away boxcar.
Right.
This is as close as I can find to the original that I'm using for a sample. But Rapido will be a new color soon. Well, by next fall. So here it is. But that's the came in the mail last week. So I have 4 of these cars. These guys here. I have 4 now. I need 4.
Yeah.
The locomotive is on the layout in the engine shed. Matt W is going to help me with the locomotive.
Nice.
Oh yeah. And Phil, he because I needed what do you call it, the emblem, the headpiece for the locomotive on the front of the locomotive, the road number.
Mm-hmm.
Well, originally they were brass. Well, I couldn't find a brass one, so we 3D printed it, and we'll paint it to suit. Look, it looks like brass for it. 3D printed plastic, and it'll be a steamer,
Mm-hmm.
and that will ride the rails. That's right. And I reached out about decos, and we found somebody that will do the decos for me. So we got to do some measurements because we got to make it match the size of the body of the truck.
Yeah.
And this car might get repainted. I think the color's in the wrong zone, I think, for what to see. But that's working on it.
That's you working on it.
And I lost you.
Oh, it's still there.
You're not in the screen.
You see me now?
Oh, now I see it.
Oh,
So that's all I have, Mikey.
that's what you got. Oh, geez, what I do?
What you do? I don't know. You probably guessed.
Yeah. Dashboard. No, I want to go home. Let's go to
You
the
want to
house.
go home? Yeah. So I should check to see
Oh, I'm just I'm playing around on
you're playing around
YouTube.
YouTube.
I said, yeah,
YouTube.
on YouTube.
You're on YouTube. Well, according to here, I'm 1,000.
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
I broke the 1,000
Attaboy.
by 2. Cool.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, taking me about 4 years.
Hello,
I started
Christopher.
this YouTube journey by recording a video of a waterfall in my backyard for my family.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
Carnella Christopher, welcome.
So you started YouTube what, 5 years ago?
Yeah, about that.
In 2000.
Oh, before 2000.
Oh, more than 5 years.
Oh, yeah, it's more than 5 years ago. I didn't start pushing out videos until after, though. Probably 2000 when I started to build the layout
Ah,
in the other house. And I remember talking to Sparky about he was doing a video how to get your channel growing and that kind of stuff. And I had 50 subscribers, and that was great. I was great getting. I had 100 subscribers. I think that was fantastic.
mm-hmm.
But now I just I do a video. I find like we had the discussion the other night about live streaming that kind of stuff. I find the live streaming stuff that we do and in all the live stream we follow, I get the most pleasure out of that is chatting about trains, the community.
Yeah, having fun. That's what it's about.
That's right. I reach out and I have an issue with something about something, you get in the chat and you get comments how to correct it.
Yeah.
When I believe it or not, in 2019, I had no idea what DCC was. I had no idea. I knew DC because I worked with all my life. I worked in the trade, in the trades, in industry. I wound the motors, and I started looking into DCC, and I met Sparky online, and I talked to him about his channel, and I started looking for DCC, and I started looking at pricing, and I found, believe it or not, I bought it at Otter Valley Railroad.
LCS, how are you?
I have the same thing, LCS. I haven't got it on right now, but
Yeah.
I have a TV in the train room that if I'm running a live and I want to run trains in the live, then I'll use the TV so I can watch the chat.
I just have the TV in here so I can watch videos and.
Yeah, I have that opportunity. I just turn my computer on and I watch, but I use that to watch the chat.
I use both.
Yeah.
Use the TV and use your laptop.
Yeah, well, I have both. I just don't turn that one on all the time. But I do have that.
NS SD9. I'm not sure, Anthony. Right now, I'm concentrating on switches and whether I'm going to switch from cork to Rapido track foam and
Speaking
wood.
of track foam, Walter's bring one out too, eh? A new one.
Yes, Walters is.
I'm curious how that's going to go.
But yeah, not really buying a whole lot of trains lately.
No.
Anytime soon. I'm actually going to probably sell some stuff off.
But you got lots of cork though. You don't need to buy any cork, do you?
1, 2, 3, 4. I got six or
Why
eight.
would you buy Rapido foam when you got all kinds of cork?
I don't know. We use Rapido foam at the club. I like that
Yeah.
stuff. It's easy to use.
Well, yeah, I know it's easy to use, but if you already have cork, why
Yeah.
buy something else?
John Benicki, how you doing?
Hey, John, welcome.
I'm like I said, I'm not switching anytime soon, but I wouldn't mind trying it.
Well, yeah, I thought
I'm
trying.
not sure how it balances
stuff.
well or not.
I thought of trying the wall. See, I want to build a track like a staging track for the turbo.
Yeah, we don't have any scenery work done up there yet, but I'm not sure how the foam pans out to ballasting or not.
Well, if you ever watch Peter Al's videos,
Yeah,
he uses foam for his cork bed.
he does, right? Yeah, because it's easier to get. That's why.
Yes.
Like you look, anytime they get cork in, cork is gone, and cork has gone up to $70 a box.
Well, it's more than that.
Is it more than that
I
now?
paid $49 for the last box I bought.
So it's more than that now, and you can get a box of foam that's 24 feet for $9.
24 feet. But a box of cork, there's 25 strips, that's 25 times 3.
Yeah.
So that's 75 feet.
But at $100 a box.
Well, yeah, it's getting pricey if you can find
So-
it.
You got to weigh out the pros and cons.
That's right.
And like I say, so now I'm more interested in the wood and the track. I got 10 boxes of track.
I know I was talking to Chris today about getting some. I want to get rid of the stuff that I don't run in a layer. I don't run it, so why have it?
Yeah.
I don't run it. I have too much. I can't get out the stuff I have because I have too much in the way of other stuff. So I think and get rid of the surplus I don't need. Give people a bargain. I'll sell to you reasonable.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Pine Valley Railway. Like I have 30 Rapido 3800 cylindrical hoppers. 30 of them. I haven't out of the box. Haven't touched them. And I was talking with Chris. I have the the barrel ore cars.
Yep.
I have 12 of the CN, and they're not been out of the box.
Yeah. I mean, you always have the wants and needs, but I think you need to weed out the wants more than the needs.
That's right. I want to be able to run the trains that I have. And I like that now I want to look at, I go to a train show or a hobby store and they'll get that oddball card that I don't have.
Yeah.
It's like oddball. And then I can throw in the layout. I can go, doesn't matter.
Do I run NS on my layout? Absolutely, I do.
I have a Norfolk Southern locomotive.
Yeah.
It's over there in the shop. It's a Walters mainline.
Well, if I do go to the club this weekend, maybe I'll do a little roster of what I got up there.
Yeah. Okay.
I got BNSF and
I have BNSF.
City Rail, CN. I got a lot of CN. I got Illinois Centrals.
I have Burlington Northern. I have one Burlington Northern locomotive. I think the GP50.
Yeah, I like that locomotive. I'm not just really stuck on the one. I like the.
I want a couple of them. So I got that. I got a GP50 in Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
I have a Kodachrome.
I don't have any of those.
I only have the one, and I got it for Sparky.
And
his collection.
Vias, all that stuff. Run them all.
But I have.
You got.
Million lots. Oh, I did. I bought a forklift.
You bought a forklift. Nice.
I want to see if you can guess the HO version.
What's John saying? I'll trade a G scale locomotive for the first HO scale DCC locomotive. I was surprised at the price. The DCC locomotive.
Okay.
It was an Rapido F1. Ooh.
You turn the camera down here. So here's the one my first I ever owned.
First forklift?
So this is not HO scale.
Oh. So it's what do they call that? 167?
It's Hot Wheels scale.
Yeah, isn't that 167?
I guess so. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than HO.
Here's HO.
Yeah. That's like You got like a little forklift, then you got a Hercules forklift.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, 164. What did I
That's right.
say?
Yeah.
What did I say? 167? Yeah, 164.
Yeah. So I bought this from the club in one of their sales they have for $5.
Nice.
But it's not right. But I got this. This was $20. This guy here.
Yep.
Made by
And just think, Ed scale's that much smaller.
it's HO scale 187. So it's for my warehouse scene anyhow. I needed a forklift.
Gotta have forklift.
You gotta have a forklift. So
So you got speed sticks on your layout. What are you doing? Cutting into the track?
what's that?
You got speed sticks on your layout. What are you doing? Cutting into the track?
Oh, I'm looking at I have an idea of adding a module to the other side of the layout. You can't see it. You see where my hand is right here?
Yep.
So this is a 20-inch radius. So I have the idea of putting a loop on the peninsula,
Yep.
but it needs to be removable. So I'm gonna just see if I can design a removable bridge that will go around the curve.
Why don't you put a fold down?
Well, I don't want to fold because then I need more complications with the track.
You just got a piano hinge and hinge it down.
Yeah, not sure yet. I haven't. Right now I'm thinking removable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make like I have the track for my shed.
Yeah.
And it's already cut in a curve. I've had it since I moved. I'm gonna see if I can recycle that into it.
Okay.
But it's an idea I have, and it will work. And I would extend the loop around. But the other problem I have to figure out, the track's gonna cross the. Let me get you a camera and you can see it.
Yeah, I run NS on my layout, Anthony. Actually, I give one of my Norfolk Southern locomotives to Chris. Go over your home. Intermountain.
I have. Yeah, I have one. I have it's an SD45, I think it is.
Yeah. It's a
Oh, yeah,
GE44.
I'll change the camera around. You can see this curvature.
Love the paint scheme.
So if you turn the camera is facing the track.
Yep.
You see the curve, the sweeps that they're very clearly. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can see it right beside the crane.
So where the crane is, so the track has to cross the existing track.
Yeah, you got to put a crossover in.
Diamonds. So this track here, so it's gonna be a crossing loop.
Mm-hmm.
So where the sweep stick is right here and there, that's where it's gonna cross. This is gonna stay.
Okay.
This track here is gonna disappear. And I need to make, but this track here, where my hand is right now, can you see that?
No, we can't see it.
Let me turn it around.
Oh, so you got to put another one there.
Right there. See that point there?
Yeah.
That needs to be a 90-degree crossing. I gotta see if I can tweak the track to make it 90 there.
Okay.
This other one here is a 45.
Oh, so 45 will work there?
Yeah. You can see that there in the picture.
Yep, yep. Gotcha.
So let me see if you can see that. But yeah. So that's an idea I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
And that will give me a 30-inch loop on this end.
Nice.
But the track that's on this side of the peninsula is on the peninsula. I'm not changing this space where I'm sitting.
Okay.
I don't want to hamper the space where I am right now.
Yeah.
But it needs. Right now I think it needs to be removable.
That is true, Derek.
What's that?
More crossings, more derailments.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's right. And I don't.
Because you're already changing all your wheel sets.
I'm working on those. I got some more wheels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Derek, I know. So right now it's only an idea right now.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I have them. They're pre-made. They're Atlas though. And I was looking at Fast Tracks. They make diamond kits, a better quality than Atlas, but I
Yeah.
don't know yet. But
Yes,
the
like
first thing I'm
anything,
going to do is
what do
like
you want to spend? And, you know,
I'm going to build the
limited
track
budget.
portion, the actual module, and see how it works
Right.
first. And then I'm going to see about the crossing, but I don't know yet if I want to. And I thought of if I could also eliminate the two tracks going to the turntable too, and just have one track leading into the turntable.
Yeah. Now you're gonna put tracks around your turntable because
Yeah, I was gonna put tracks around the turntable. See, right now, I can bring a train into the turntable and rotate it around and exit a different track.
okay.
And I don't know if I need that.
Well,
Maybe I just need one track to reverse the locomotive.
up to you. It's your layout.
Yeah, that's right. So just
Your
ideas.
layout, your rules. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. So that's ideas I'm working on. And but if I eliminate the one track, this track here, I'll turn the camera on, you see it. If I get rid of this track, use this camera here.
Is that camera?
All right,
Hang on, we're going for that.
camera. And do the remote control for this. So you see that the sweep stick and it's crossing a piece of track there.
Yeah.
So that's my second track in the turntable. And do I need two tracks into the turntable or just one? If I eliminate
I don't
the
know.
one track,
I got 8 tracks over there into the turntable.
but I still would have a crossover feeding into the turntable. So I gotta look at the crossings. Do I want that complication with the layout?
Yeah.
So we don't know yet. But all I say now is an idea.
Always good to have ideas.
Yeah. So, but to use the turntable, I would have to. Then I thought, okay, do I have enough room to elevate the track? I don't know.
Mm.
To elevate it from this end here and raise it up a bit, so I have an over and under.
Yep.
But that might be a steep incline too.
That's going to be a steep incline. Not enough space.
Yeah, so I don't know that part either.
So what else you got coming up this week? Just about coming up to the 2-hour mark, and
I think we're pretty well. Nothing else planned. Chris is live on Thursday,
Thursday,
8 o'clock,
GPO After Dark this because it's the 4th Thursday of the month.
and no Marky. Marky has teacher interviews,
Oh,
so I'm not sure if Chris has planned any guests or not to replace our highly anticipated Mark guy.
you never know. You have to stay tuned and check it out Thursday.
Yeah, that's right.
On GPO After Dark.
With -1 mark, with minus a mark.
Minus the mark. He'll get the cookie though because he'll be up early.
Unless his student gets done early and you have to rush home and get involved.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alrighty. Well, keep working on them layouts and have fun, folks. That's what it's all about. Congratulations on the 1K. Finally getting to the 1K.
Yeah, and Mikey's working on his layout.
I'm gonna get working on this layout, but not tonight because I am going to bed after this show.
Yeah, I'm getting tired too. It's been long. It's been a busy weekend, I tell you.
Yeah.
I was live like 5 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday
Yeah.
with Nathan. And couple hours tonight. You know,
Yeah,
it's been good though. It's been fun.
that's what it's all about. Have fun.
It's GBO after Mark. Yeah, that's right.
It's after Mark.
It's after Mark. That's right. After marking.
A winter storm.
Not a problem, Mr. Ray. You're always welcome to come on the show.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out tonight, Ray. And like I said, keep us posted on if you are planning on doing a piece of rolling stock. I'd definitely be interested.
See that there. That's a good. Thanks, Ray. That's a good idea. That gives me an idea. But I still need to have. I would still have to have a crossing.
Yeah.
If I get rid of one track, that's fine. Let's decide which one's the best one to get rid of. So I have to plan it out a bit more and see what's going to work best.
Nice. So yeah, I'll whatever end of the month. I might have to do some stuff around here. Get some stuff done.
So that's what I got to do. So I look at which one I eliminate and make it function and go from there. But I still would have to have a crossing.
Yeah.
If I want to use the turntable.
I got a gas furnace.
You have a gas furnace?
Yeah, you got electric?
I have a gas furnace.
Yeah.
I have an on-demand hot water heater too. I put it in so I can make room for trains.
Yeah.
I modified the plumbing in this basement for trains.
Well, you gotta do that. All right, folks. Well,
Okay,
till the
Mike.
next one.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Next Monday it's live on Mikey's channel.
Live on my channel.
Yeah.
Hopefully I
Hopefully
get
you're
some
sawing
stuff done.
wood.
Hey?
Hopefully you're sawing wood.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I cut a piece just before the show, but I cut it an eighth too short, so there goes that piece of wood.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why you should never rush.
Oh,
Never
I still have electric for the steel mill. Yes, I do. But it's not going on the layout though.
Till the next one.
I'm gonna look for a home for it.
You know what to say.
Keep her on the tracks.
Keep it
I
on
got a train
track.
to catch.
He's got a train to catch, and Mark says, take care.
Yes.
Yeah, measure twice, cut once. And I did measure 3 times.
You still cut wrong.
And I cut it. And I was like, okay, maybe I just take a blade width off.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Too much.
That's right.
That's all right. I don't throw out my wood. I'm sure I could use it for something else.
You can glue the wood back on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll cut another piece.
I've done that before.
Oh, yeah. Yep, seen that, been there, done that. But
Oh yeah.
not when it comes to my bench work for my track bed. I'll make sure it's cut
You
right.
remember, it's not structural. You can glue it back on. Structural, is a different story.
Yeah.
But if it's non-structural, I glue it on.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's time to say goodnight, Bob. Yes, and don't forget to say hi to my duck. I have a duck in the corner.
Duck in the corner.
Duck in the corner.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, folks. I appreciate y'all coming out and
Yeah.
getting that James to his 1K.
Yes, sir.
And keep up the great work and keep having fun in the hobby. That's what this is all about.
That's right.
This is
That's
what
all that
we've been
matters.
doing.
Okay, have fun.
2 years here, I think we've been going.
Since the pop-up at Otter Valley Railroad.
3 years.
3 years.
Okay, that's when I joined YouTube. 3 years. 4
Yeah.
years. Something like that. But yeah.
We've been doing that since the pop-up in September 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They didn't have a pop-up last year.
Nope. And you probably won't see one this year.
No, I don't think so. Unless the world changes.
And I don't know. If not, you'll see me trackside or somewhere around the hobby somewhere.
Or a pop-up live somewhere. You never know.
You never know.
If we had better hot internet or signal, we could go live there more often, but he doesn't have good service. Sometimes. As they say, hug a tree, hug a window. Okay, guys, you have a good night. We're going to sign off and
Sayonara.
sayonara.
Arrivederci. Salute.
Salute. Find
Till
another
next
train.
time.
This train's running away.
Keep it on the tracks.